Make a pretty woman feel empty inside when we thinking that they full of it. Life twisted, no love, get so drugged, so pain will subside from the issue she dealing with.
Star Jones, who's next Wednesday? We back, you already know, man. Got my boy Najisdope in the building. Mr. Brown Sugar. Got that new work for y'all, man. Cave to Canvas, right?
Yes, sir, Cave.
Know that. Drama Radio, who's next Wednesday?
December 5th, check that out.
Welcome, brother. What's going on?
Yo. My mic good. What's good, my guy? How you?
What's the deal? Coney Island on the check. Shout out to Coney Island, man.
Yeah, I had to come out here to Long Island.
Yeah. Long Island. Pause. You know what I mean? You know, lay out here, man. Like, how was the commute like? Because, you know, this is the first time in a new studio and all that.
It was alright, smooth. You know, took that LIRR real quick from the city and all.
Oh, you was relaxing. You had the feet on, feet kicked up.
Exactly.
With the white folk.
Yeah.
Powerhouse.
All that.
Wow.
Nah, no walk. Yeah. 1 hour open.
So you already know, man, this is Wednesday, we back again, man. HR topic. HR still fixing microphones and everything. Najisdope. Naj has been here a couple times, you know, always blessing us with his presence in his
He family over here.
He's definitely fam. You know, so real quick, Naj, for the new guys who's listening, new females listening, tell them who you are real quick.
What's good, world? Basically, name is Naj from Brooklyn. I linked up with the Trauma Radio guys at Oscar NYC. Shout out to L Banks. I had a cipher out there and they came out support. And then ever since then we linked up and I came out here to show support out in Queens and I don't know, I'm just sharing my story, man. Brooklyn dude trying to come up, feel me? Young guy trying to show the world what it's like really, you know, coming up in this world that we living in right now.
Speaking of that, there's so much going on. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. So much going on right there.
Yeah, that's really all that's on my mind right now. That's why it's coming out.
Everybody messed up right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Garner family, man. All Mr. Garner, man.
Definitely.
Shout out to all the families that's in with
Shout out to the Brown family.
the nonsense that's going
Shout
on
out
out
to
there.
Brown. Shout out to Jackson.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
So many.
Every
Got
last
shot
Black
in her sleep
Williams.
also, this little 7-year-old girl that got shot in her sleep, the cop got off of that too. It's
Yo, this
crazy.
little boy in Cleveland, Ohio got shot in the park.
Shout out to everybody who is not on the news and everybody who doesn't get recognized at all. You know, RIP to those people as
The
well.
crazy thing, everybody won't be recognized, but you know, people just be out there, be mindful of your surroundings, man. Just
I was
know
in
that
LIRR like
yeah,
1 eye open.
yeah, because he became the culprit.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yes, sir. Cave to Canvas.
Look it up.
Hashtag that. Cave to
You know what I mean?
Canvas.
So Cave to Canvas, man. Tell us a little bit about the project.
Oh man, it's been an experience, man. I really started like getting the concept together. Maybe I could say like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of the title first before I actually had any music. Before I had anything, I just thought of the title, and then I tried to build around that from that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been a journey. The music has changed like 2 or 3 times. The direction of the music has changed over that period. Songs have been scrapped. But finally here, this is, December 5th.
With that said, because I know last time you was here, you was promoting your Brown Sugar project and the visuals behind that.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go before we get into Cave to Campus? How did all that go?
It's interesting because Brown Sugar was kind of a surprise for people. It kind of just hit people out of nowhere. Like, it was kind of my introduction to the industry and the underground industry and really getting my name out there. And I hadn't really released a lot of music. But I used Brown Sugar, or, I was able to have that push me and use that to expand my whole network and use, in a short amount of time with a little bit of a material, still be able to progress and really move and make moves as if, I was putting out a lot of material, but Brown Sugar was a big part of that. A lot of people like the visuals and the song and all that.
Brown Sugar's Brown Sugar till Cave to Canvas now.
Oh, man.
Because the Nas Brown Sugar, that's my guy. I know him. And he was spitting a lot of,
It's funny.
So
it's funny because when I think back, like the Nas, the Brown Sugar Nas, just like a completely different person. Like, yeah, I know. Like,
you gotta elaborate for us. What do you mean?
I don't know, man. Life happens, man. November, it's crazy. Everything that can happen in a year.
Give us a prime example of something that transformed Nas from Brown Sugar to Cave to Canvas now.
I could definitely say at this point I'm way more polished. Like in every aspect, there's been growth. Musically, I'm way more polished way more sure of myself, way more aware. I'm always like more like a self-reflective person, so I'm always in a state of analyzing myself and figuring out how I can improve on that, and and looking at within myself and everything. So on top of that, just being like that, when you have a lot of situations that come into play, like the crews that you're dealing with and who you spending the most time around, that has like the most to deal with your productivity. Like they say, the 5 closest people that you spend your time with is a big reflection of you.
Right.
And in this past year, that 5, like 3 out of that 5 is different. So you can imagine the change of the vibe based on that change, So, yeah, man, it's just been a lot of personal situations, management, like the tour situation. It's just been a lot that's been
funny
going
you mention
on.
that, because last time we linked up, we was at one of the our spinner vids, and we spoke about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
You had a little fallout with the crew that you was with, and you was at the show with them. So it's like now it's like Nas is Nas moving Dolby? Because I'm used to Nas with all Coney Island with him.
Not at the end of the day, I'm from Coney Island, you feel me? So that's family, no matter what.
Right.
So I wouldn't really call it a fallout. I would really just call it growth.
Progression.
Yeah, it's not like it's fighting when I see people.
Yeah.
It's not like that. At the end of the day, my brothers. It was the reason why we was together. You feel me? And that stands past any disagreement that you might have or any type of separation that happens.
What's different?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's interesting you say that because Brown Sugar was a troll. Like I was making fun of kind of the stereotypes that I was hearing about what people kind of felt from my style.
Yeah.
Oh, he sounds like some old school boom bap. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just give you this. Like, let me write this in 45 minutes.
Just to entertain us.
And then I still play with it with Mimosas in the Morning a little bit, but I brought it a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
Maybe I went from like 91 to like 96 or something. But Cave to Canvas is definitely more modern. The music is definitely more of the times of now.
Yeah.
But the substance of the lyrics is still there.
Yeah.
So that's really what I've been trying to do, is blend that substance from back in the days, that golden era, that substance that we missing as a culture, but also having that appealing sound.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of that, the older music comes across as a little boring to the newer generation.
Yeah, definitely do. Because they're used to that whole cheap key thing.
Yeah.
It's like a mix.
So you gotta try to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
And I think I did that. At the end of the day, I didn't try to make a record for the people, but it's similar to Brown Sugar in a way where you can tell that my influences are from that era.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jazzy undertones in it. There's a lot of horns and samples from back in the day on it. But there's definitely more. There's a couple trap drums in there. There's a couple of flow switches. You're not gonna really hear nothing that. You're not gonna really hear the Tribe Called Quest kind of feel on this record really too much. But I brought some exclusives for y'all, so
You had your little video where you wore the all white, spitting hot fire. Give us a little brief, like what was the thought process behind that?
So basically, that was at the photo shoot for the cover art, and shout out to my boy Lock Productions. That's he's the one that shot the photo shoot for the cover art. He's also he's also the videographer for Brown Sugar as well. Yeah. So I really just tried to keep it in-house with him and just continue to collaborate with the people who've been putting in that work with me. And I wanted to with the cover, I wanted to be straight to the point, but also show the metaphoric side of the title, Cave to Canvas. That's me coming out of my shell. Basically,
I was just about to ask about that.
I'm naturally more of like a reclusive, introverted, person. Yeah. I've always been able to express myself, but naturally just been in a shell of my own. And the music, just building up to this point has been like a therapy for me to be able to express more openly and be more of an open person. Like I'm becoming more of a better man because of the music. So I really just wanted to paint that picture. Yeah. So that's where the inspiration from the actual cover art came from, like Productions. Then I sent that to my man Dwight down in Florida, so he could, and I said, yo, do your thing.
Right.
At the end of the day, I feel like art is open to mistake, is open to not being perfect.
Exactly.
So I really just wanted to, if I'm gonna collaborate with you, I'm gonna give you the freedom to do what you do. You know, everybody that I ever have on a track or anybody that I'm doing any work with, do what you want to do. And I'll give you some ideas, but I want to see your vision. That's the point of me hitting you up to do this. So I let him do his thing. I gave him, a couple of suggestions here and there, but there's no like specific meanings. Like
Picasso and
well,
Michelangelo.
It's crazy on the screen. I see you got the Basquiat crown. I got a tattoo of the Basquiat. I'm real into the arts, Shout out
to Basquiat.
Yeah, shout out to Basquiat. I'm real into the arts. I'm not. I wouldn't say really into the arts, but I appreciate art.
Right.
In all forms.
Or whatever. Ever influenced you for a song?
Definitely. It's interesting. I had like this crazy situation. Shout out to my man Ja. He was at my crib a while back, and like I had this glass. I had this framed piece, and somehow, and I, how we get crazy, we wilding out. Somehow the shit broke, and so part of the glass was broken, but the whole glass didn't shatter. So I didn't really like the piece anymore that was inside of the frame. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just take this as an opportunity to just change what's in the piece. So like I had found this. I was walking around in Union Square one day, and I found this this poster of like this. You know how they sell the drawings on the side of the street or whatever. So I'm walking past and I see Batman kind of like consoling Wonder Woman, and like the way it was drawn was dope. I'm like, yo. Yeah, that's Superman's girl, but honestly, that makes it even more interesting. What? Let me find out what's inside of it. There's a bunch of storylines to it and all. Like, you can take that a bunch of different ways, but I took it home and put it in the glass and stuck it on top of the piece that was originally in the frame and hung it up. And like every couple of days, I just look at it and I would just try to like you said, try to create a new storyline for what I could take out of that. I try to see things from a bunch of different I try to see one thing from a bunch of different perspectives, and that's why a lot of my music comes out like with kind of like a double entendre feel. Like there's always more than one meaning because I'm always looking for like a double meaning or something. I'm always looking for a different way to look at something. So definitely, art definitely,
That's interesting. Big shout out, bro. Oh, we got the Joker. Shout out to Heath Ledger, man. R.I.P.
Yeah, shout out to Heath Ledger. I'm big on passion.
Yeah. Heath Ledger had a lot of passion,
and that's what that's what kind of drove me.
Don't let it drive you. Don't let this. Heath Ledger let his passion, unfortunately take
the best thing.
Yeah, he did. But that shows you how real it gets when you really put yourself deep into something. And I got this tat in that cave part of my life before the canvas part, in that cave part. When I'm like, yo, and the passion, I just felt it like came through the screen when I seen the movie, and I don't know, it just moved me to the point where I'm like, that's admirable. Like I respect that so much that I was crazy enough to really go and get them tatted.
When did you come out this cave? What made you come? What was that motivation to come out the cave?
I honestly don't think I'm all the way out of the cave, to be honest. I think it's like an everyday fight to kind of be out of the cave. I think we have moments where we can go back in and come back out and go back in and come back out. And I think that's just, dealing with everyday life. There's always a conflict. There's always something that makes you feel down. Then there's always a day where you feel like you back up, So there's always that's why I didn't want it to be like, all right, I'm out of the cave now. Now I'm canvassing. Yeah. That would mean, all right, from now on, I might as well not talk about nothing negative or like for the rest of my life. I might as well just be this happy, free, canvas guy for the rest of my life. Nah, it's timeless. So it's always a transition.
But you always got to revert back to the motivation. You can't forget. Well, that's like forgetting where you come from. You can't never forget where you come from.
Definitely.
Because where you come from it definitely makes you who you are.
Exactly.
Nas wouldn't be Nas without the cave.
Exactly. So that's why when you reference
you gotta visit sometimes.
Exactly. That's why when you say like with your man, it's like falling out. Like at the end of the day, that's where I came from.
Right.
You feel me? Music production and movies and acting.
You
and
ain't
writing.
leaving nothing untouched. Everything's getting touched. Pause.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Everything's getting touched.
Anything gets touched.
Spread.
Know that.
Spread.
Coney Island.
Nah, but,
Know that.
let's get into some of your music. What track you want to
Yeah,
do?
what was do first? I kind of like that joint you was promoting. It had a nice little feel to it. The joint I put up today, man. It had a real chill brown sugar type feel.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, bro.
You. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, with the violins and all that.
That's on the. They gotta wait for that. That's on the.
That's exclusive.
I want to hear that.
They gotta wait for that. That's on the deluxe edition. Honestly, I really.
You black on that beat. That beat was sick.
Deluxe, my God. But today, I think it's only right, with the situation that just happened with Eric Garner and what everybody's been going through with Mike Brown and just in general, I think my timelines are looking very different these days.
Yeah.
My news feeds are looking really different.
It feels like the people on your timeline are they waking up. Maybe?
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
It looks like people are waking up from it.
It really actually feels like that. It feels weird for me to actually say that.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest, it really feels like that. So, the intro of my project, it's called Golden. And I really just kind of wanted to I'm starting off the movie damn near in the middle of the movie, showing you where we at right now. Boom. I'll tell you how we got there later, but right now we just in a state of flux. And shit is really messed up. And I'm trying to fight my way out of it, but I'm still a product of it. And just trying to really make the best out of the life that I'm living. And
everybody can pretty much emulate this.
Definitely. And
we back, man. Yo,
Snakes, Wednesdays, number one on radio station.
Yo. I only get excited when I hit quality music. My point now is just blacking. Everything had me, beat knocks. The beats is knocking. The lyrics is matching the beats knocking.
Everything is perfect.
It's going crazy right now.
It's crazy that y'all really reacting off of this, man.
Yo, you see me, bro. I start screaming because you know what I mean? Like, it's great from Golden to Dope Dealer to, the God Neptune. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's definitely nice to get that feedback. When you put in your personal emotions and your personal taste onto something, and you want to reach out to a bunch of people. It's definitely a crazy feeling when.
And I don't know if you've noticed since we've been cool and we know each other. I'm very blunt.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't bite my tongue. I'll call something whack if it's whack. I'm gonna say if it's hard, it's hard.
Yeah, you definitely won't bob your head if it's whack.
Yeah, I'll just.
I've seen you when somebody's performing and they're not doing what they're not doing justice. I see how you move. Straight good enough.
Yo, if y'all ain't familiar with Najisdope, man, I need to get familiar with Najisdope. My son is dope. The name is self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely waiting for this project to drop.
Yeah, I can't wait till Friday. Oh yeah, Friday. Tell them where they find you at.
Oh yeah, Friday. Please come check me out. Come chill, vibe out, listen to the project with me. The Cave to Canvas releases on December 5th, but I'm also having a release party for it. I'm at Bar 921. That's downtown Brooklyn. The address is actually 921 on Fulton Ave.
Right by the Barclays, right?
Yeah, right by the Barclays. Come through, chill, fall through. $10. That's light. Feel me? We're gonna have some green baked goods for y'all. Feel me?
Go green.
Yeah, go green.
Treats.
Yeah,
and,
just to get the vibe right. Of course, Trump Radio. It's only right they come through. And my boy Avery Slade Washington is he's a extraordinary host. Compliments of my bro Ja. I met him down at Tuskegee University.
Big shout out Ja's on the check-in also. So big shout out
Ja.
Yeah. Ja, that's the right name.
Shout out to the Black alums.
Yeah, shout out to the Black alums. But I met my man Abe down there. He hosts a hell of a show. And once again, just wanting to keep things in-house. Wanting to deal with the people I bang with and people that's really trying to stand for something, people that's trying to do something. And whatever lane that may be. And Yeah, so he coming through. Come through, man. We're gonna have to actually featured on Canvas as well. One of the few rap features that, was able to bless this project.
It's only right.
Yeah, it's only right. Shout out my man.
A lot of money, House E&T, man.
Yeah, definitely. Had to show love. Feel me?
But Dominique has a question for you.
What's up, Domo?
She asked, what has been your motivation to want to be better, and who do you look up to the most?
Good question.
Very good question. My motivation to be better, honestly, the deepest I could go for that is my father. And like in more ways than one, positive and negative. Positive, I always looked up. You always look up to your pops. You feel me? If you was blessed to have him in your life, you always looked up to him as who you wanted to be like. And everybody's father. We know what the times is like right now. Everybody got that good side to what they want to be like when it comes to their father, and that negative part of their father that also makes them eventually want to strive to be better than that.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of my motivation, is really exceeding, the stage that was set for me and creating a whole new culture for the rest of my family and changing the culture of my family. Feel me? That's really my biggest motivation. Who do I look up to? A bunch of people. My influences could be the guy that's laying at Union Square right now. But I guess to be more, specific, Ja is definitely a big influence. Shout out to him on the text line. That's my bro right there. He's in the cut behind the scenes, but he makes major power moves, and at a young age. And to have, like I said, the 5 closest people to you, that shows you the most about who you are. And he's the closest one. So, and I keep him there for a reason. Feel me? That's motivation right there.
Big shout out, Ja.
Yeah, definitely. So, Ja, definitely look up to him. And then from there, it probably goes to the people that are already, successful in what they're doing. Because I try to emulate the greats and then throw my spin on it. And so I'm looking at the people of the Kendrick Lamars and, the J. Cole's and everything. Shout out to J. Cole. He got a project coming out. I look up to those people right into it. Like, I'm not BSing here. Let's get right to what the situation is right now, automatically, straight off the rip. So I wanted to, get in touch with the people and let them know that I'm aware of that. I be on the social media sites. I see the artists that we have out here today that have no type of intention on speaking on the, the social issues that we have.
Thank you for speaking on it.
Yeah, I don't have to name drop them. We know who they are, but
you know exactly who.
It's disgusting. Feel me? And I got to stand against that for something. So Golden, that's why I wanted to play that record today. Dope Dealer, very interesting concept. It's kind of.
It's my fault. Is that a double entendre type?
Yes, sir. You're on it. You're on it. Dope Dealer is something like a cousin to Brown Sugar. In look, we here, star.
I know.
Dope Dealer sort of like a cousin to Brown Sugar. And Brown Sugar, I was speaking on my addiction to weed and how that can be like a relationship. And I spoke on it as if it was a relationship. So there's actually people today that, I don't care if you was talking about weed. To me, you was talking about a girl. And that's great. If you felt like that, that's great. Right. Dope Dealer switches it up a little bit. Now I'm speaking about an actual romantic relationship, but I'm the drug dealer in this relationship. I have this female addicted to me. I make her feel good. I make her feel bad. You know how relationships go. There's definitely some personal inspirations from it. We all got a situation where we feel like, we something is not good for us, but it makes us feel so good that we can't, that we can't escape it.
The Dope Dealer remind me of? It's kind of the reciprocal, but 50's Baltimore Love thing.
Definitely.
Because he wasn't talking about a female, but he was actually talking about the trip to Baltimore to get the drugs.
Yeah. Dope Dealer though is actually about
it's the opposite. So
that was just me flipping it, But so Dope Dealer is
Neptune.
God Neptune. God Neptune has a lot of different underlying meanings. For one, in Coney Island, one of the main streets in Coney Island is Neptune Ave. Like, we got a bunch of streets that have like water like related. Like we have Surf Avenue, we have Mermaid, we have Neptune, we have Canal, we have Bayview. We have like a bunch of like water related because since it's like it's like a little island or whatever. So it was really me just speaking on the state of Coney Island, like God, like Neptune, like just looking at it, and like damn, like what have we become, And Neptune, the planet, is the furthest from the sun and the coldest as well. Pluto is not a planet, so we don't count that no more. Yeah, but Neptune is actually the coldest planet, and it's the furthest away from the sun. So that's why I started off with, like, the sun don't shine over here, So I really feel like, Coney Island is really out of the way. Nobody wants to go there. Yeah. People from Brooklyn don't think Coney Island is a part of Brooklyn. So it's really just, like that excluded, forgotten about place. And it's literally colder than the rest of Brooklyn. Period. Definitely. You have to dress for the other part of Brooklyn when you get dressed outside. So there's a bunch of different meanings, and I definitely wanted to get a lot of things off my chest and really just speak about what's been going on and just how I feel, flex a little bit.
Can I just say the beat on that is crazy?
Shout out to
all of them tracks.
And the fact that God Neptune doesn't have a hook speaks volumes too, because you were just like the beat rocking between verses.
That's
and it just said. It's registering before you even go into the second verse.
Yeah, definitely. That's like a new method that I don't know if I've taken it from anyone. I might have like subconsciously, but really basically what it is that like I know like I'm kind of wordy. I know I try to adjust my music to fit who I am. I know that the bars are heavy. Like it takes some digesting. Like you said, you got to think about them a little bit. It's not like light. So sometimes when the beat is crazy, sometimes you just gotta let it breathe. 40 acres, a couple mules, ain't doing shit for niggas. 40 papers, twisted news just to influence niggas. Toy with the brain, cease action. Trap souls, influence figures. Struggling to find hope, how to make my influence bigger. That hurricane that came and it buried things. Lifted trees but didn't uproot where my brothers hang. And now we lifted off them trees. Thinking about them brothers slain. Brothers pain. Still wishing and hoping for brothers gain. Damn. That's the spoken word part. Now I'm gonna just get into the rap. I'm just a fluent writer. Opposite of suicidal. Living life to the fullest. Born to pursue the title. Blacks we got held back. Couldn't fight for what was entitled. So our tradition and my position in it is vital. And I'm off to the races for my paper, my legacy. No empathy for enemies, breeding jealousy. Essentially mental discrepancy stood out like leprosy. So sensibly the remedy is just to let this leopard breathe. My mind be moving too fast. Maybe it's the better genes. Maybe I hold too much in. Maybe I should let it scream. Maybe you should push the work in if you rep a team and get up off your ass if you only known to bless the scene. A movement never prosper when you miss a rose. Can pick a road with two Stocktons, man, you miss them alone. Better yet, a roster without a point, never get the goal. All of that hustling for nothing just took a toll. This is what been on my mind, besides raising the bar for all the mentally inclined with integrity and intensity that they can define. Never let the personal feelings affect the grind. My influences used to consist of Judases and Brutuses. Subtle nuances divided me from all them nuisances. Gotta go, don't let the negative ruin shit. I put the pen to the pad, I used to be on my truant shit. Used to cut a class or two, cut up with a strag or two. Niggas with attitude, strolling down the avenue, giving black and blues to these cowards that just act a fool like they assist with the heat, but they never met a McAdoo. You pack a tool? Yeah, right, y'all still hating. Praying on my downfall, y'all be forever waiting, never contemplating, hesitating, premeditating my day in. 30,000 feet up, niggas still elevating, naturally high. I wondered what the weed would do, no particular reason, but it turned out to be seasonal. I don't need it. I stay heated like a fever do and inspire niggas to take care just like Aaliyah do. Most of the niggas don't like me though. I be on that proper shit. I'm still on the team with kings with shooters worse than Stojakovic. Money spending habit, I just keep on copping shit, popping shit and rocking on beats until they acknowledge it. Hope y'all acknowledge it. Cave to Campus, December 5th.
Yo, my God.
Sun don't shine over here. High crime, niggas 9 over here. Don't pay no 15 over 16. So gone, niggas mine over there. Oh, it's just a cold sick. Still, none of these niggas can flow with me. He's out of town, but they love the NY. Get no hype with that Brooklyn swag. Nigga ain't no biggie, no biggie. They take shots, gassed up, I let them stop. New rules, no spots for the better pop. I raised a couple pops, I can let them bob. I put my future burning in that middle spot. Victims, check info, kind of pistol. World with these cross talking like they been bro. One phone call, shit and blood out the blue juice store. Cause I've been low from like God, Neptune. No hook on them. God, Neptune. It gets deeper, it gets deeper. Last night I had a dream I was the man again. Woke up to a mirror, hey, I'm the man again. They keep asking me up, what happened to your mansion? They think it's internal conflict, I was the man with shit. But basically that bad business, we were standing there, have my family and friends asking if they can handle it. Grab some bandages by that black management, damage is brain and jamming, and niggas standing around and managing. See what I did there? When I'm finished, just wanna see what I did there. Oh, maybe I could be a Brooklyn fine, it's no officer, just a general. New school, rich kid. Old soul, new style, new flows. Whole world gives me new clothes. Crazy when you cut from a different culture, but don't find new souls and hope. Oh my God, that's cool.
Najisdope, get familiar, get familiar. King to Canvas coming soon, baby.
That's cool. Yeah. Just feel it in your chest. I'm too grown, pity pat, kitty cat, no pity rat. Bitches feel me where your titties at. In the city smack, when they roll up our floor. Hit it once you wishes I'm a child father. My father, I ain't quiet, then I score. Married to the game, like what the fuck is a dog? But I've been fucking with this bitch named Life, middle name Tripe, plus right here, by God. But it ain't the same as the eye. The fight against self and help, got niggas with a closed mind. The ball time the shoes going up on the clothesline. Niggas don't pray to God, they got a lot of whole line. But I told you cold world. The frigid water, some jack with old girl. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Going on that hope of the dark. Till I see God, Neptune.
I like Jack's frigid water. Titanic.